So let me turn off the light real quick. So there we go. Now I can give it commands like, hey Google, turn off top lights.
You got it, turning the top lights off.
How's it going, YouTube? For this video, I have some smart sockets. It is made by SmartLife, and I've been trying to really customize my room here. I'm being so much more minimal. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do is eliminate my clapper, and that turns off the lights. Sometimes the clap can't always hear me over music, and also some beats will turn off the lights on and off, and I'm trying to work on a project in here, so I can't have that anymore. I did love the fact that I didn't have to rely on internet, but now that I have my Google Home, so I can do some commands like this. Hey Google, turn light red.
Sure, changing the light to red.
So now they're red. So this is compatible with Alexa and Google Home, and this is smart outlet, so when I plug in my lights that I have in here in the studios, I can be telling it, hey Google, turn off my studio lights.
My apologies. I don't understand.
Can't do that command just yet because I have not installed it, so this is the purpose of this video. So a lot of the products I've been reviewing is because to upgrade my stuff here. Just unbox it real quick. It's all it is. Not much to talk about it other than it's going to be Wi-Fi connected, so you connect to your network. Here's the power button. And if you have one power strip, you can connect it all to here. Obviously, it's going to control every power strip, but you have a whole bunch of more connected to it. And it is also RGB lit, so it'll have a little ring of color. So that's a smaller version. Obviously, this one has some USB ports. The power right in the front. Of course, you want to plug something in here that will be turning on and off, and this is my thumbnail. So all I have to do now is go into the app available on iPhone, Google Play. Here's the app. You'll have to register a phone number or email, make a password. All we have to do is click on the add the device. The next step is to plug it in. Okay, so I got an extension cord so I can stay here and show you real quickly when we plug it in. It's very faint. Obviously, we're going to be able to control the glow, the color, the brightness. Okay, so we have it plugged in. We're going to add the device, and we're going to go to the smart socket. Okay, so I'm going to press and hold here, and now it is blinking. Enter the password. Connecting now. Successfully added one device, RGB smart plug. We can go to the color mode. So let's go into blue, and we can do the brightness, and there's the brightness, so we got the control. So let me turn off the light real quick. So there we go, and the green changes, yellow, red, and we can dim it down a lot more, so if you don't want it to be super bright, and then we can go a little bit brighter or go all the way full brightness, and that's actually pretty bright. I can see the glow. Now, first, clapping was kind of fun to do it, but again, listening to music will turn it off, and some things that drop in the house, it would turn off, and I can't see anything because it's the only lights that I have. The ones that you're seeing here are the ones in my RGB. I can turn them on and off with just this remote. I don't really need a command, but eventually I'm going to get everything where I just command it by voice. I don't have to touch anything. What are we coming to in this world? I love it anyways. So this is how the control, as soon as we hit there. You can also set a timer for how long you want it to be set for. You can turn it off and on. That's the socket, so the light will stay on. Doesn't matter about what's plugged in. And there's a little arrow here where you can change the scene. You can see there's different modes. So this is great for the people who like to display it. You can turn it off here, completely off, so there's no LED. Also, if you don't have the app, you don't want to grab your phone. Now if I click on it, it turns off and turns on, so you can do it all on the manual control as well. You don't have to use the app. So now let's plug in the bigger USB plug. So we're gonna hold the power. It is now green and blinking red. Let's go add a device. Successfully added one device, and it's called power plug. Socket is off. Socket is on. Off. There's a countdown that you can set for how many hours, or a timer by a certain time, like 4 p.m. it'll turn off. Now if I disconnect from my Wi-Fi, can I control it even if I'm not home? Now my Wi-Fi is turned off, and now let's click, and it is now clickable, and it's still turning it off because I am on an account. So I'm happy to see that I don't have to be on my network to turn things on and off. So now I'm going to be plugging this up for my top lights, so turn on and off with voice. Okay, I have the battery charging for this camera, but I went ahead and already plugged it in for my lights on top, and I am not on my Wi-Fi. I'm literally connected on my data, so I'm away from home, and I can just press this, and it turns off the lights and on. So I no longer have to do that because this was the clapper. Been using it forever. I loved it, but it's just not smart or convenient enough anymore. Now I can just use my app, even if I'm gone away from home, and then turn on. Now I can give it commands like, hey Google, turn off top lights.
You got it, turning the top lights off.
Now I can just say, hey Google, turn on top lights.
Okay, turning the top lights on.
So that's how quick it is. I don't have to worry about the or music, turning it on and off. Now I can just walk into this room and give the command, no light switches, just tell it to do it. Okay, now I have this lamp here that I'm gonna plug in, plug this right, it's working, right? So we got power. Power's plugged in, but we have not told my Google Home to understand what it is. So what I'm gonna do here is go into my Google Home device, and it says one of the plugs, which is this one right here, is not plugged in. So we're gonna assign the rooms power plug, clicking onto it, and we're gonna assign it to my office here. Press done. All I have to do is say, hey Google, turn off power plug.
Okay, turning off the power plug.
So that was just to show you that it's clicking on and off. Now you can always touch the button to turn them off and on, but this is just an example that it turns things on and off. So realistically, you don't really need the app anymore. You can control it within the app if you're not going to be at home, but if you're going to be home, you never have to touch the application here. So obviously this will turn on or off any device that you have plugged into this. So if you don't have a smart light bulb, but you want to be able to control it to turn on and off by voice, and you have Alexa or Google Home, this does have an iOS application, but it does not say that it works with Siri. So if you have Amazon Echo or a smart home, it's going to work perfectly fine with you. There you have it. If you want for yourself, find in the description by clicking this tab, or is it this? I just never know which one it is. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.